Hi, my name is Kristen McGregor, and this is my third creative project for History 145. Today I decided I would write a poem about the treatment of the Native American people and how they were considered property, basically. Now, the poem I did write, I'm going to read it, but if I'm afraid that the tone doesn't come across right. It was supposed to be satire. It's supposed to feel well, it's written from the point of the person who is actually selling the people. So it's of a vendor. So I'm going to read it, and then I'll talk about a few of the key points I want to point out. Come and see my wares. The items I have for sale are the best I have collected. In comparison, others pale. So many to choose. Fair, middling, inferior, and refuse. Whatever you need is here for your personal use. So young that they come to learn what you have to teach, cries quieted with a hush, small hands within reach. More goods arrive tomorrow, taken in the light of day, recent orphans in need of a chance, per head is what you'll pay. Tools of the trade here can be found, guns and bullets, an investment that is sound. Become a better Christian. Do your part for the state. As the riches flow, help man exterminate. I am just a lonely vendor, selling all of my wares. Property I have collected, as a culture tears. So I just want to point out a couple things about the poem. Like I said, it's supposed to sound sarcastic. I don't believe it came across as I wanted it to. In the second little stanza, it talks about how it's about the women, how you choose which category of woman you would want. And that's for your personal use. I think that's pretty self-explanatory there, and that is in reference to the racial fault lines on page 120. The next, when it's so young that they come to learn what you have to teach, that was in regards to the idea that you would call a child an apprentice in order to have basically child slave labor. The next one is the one I think is most that got to me the most. It's more goods arrive tomorrow, taken in the light of day. Recent orphans in need of a chance, per head you would pay. And that's the idea that these children were being kidnapped after their parents were murdered, so that they could take the children. And it was the whole idea that where the white man was their savior, and they were doing it for their benefit. That's what that implies there. And then it goes on to talk a little bit about how it's supposed to feel about how the state was paying for the body parts of the Native Americans, and reimbursement for the ammunition, and as a way to eliminate the Native American population in the state of California. And I also want to point out that that's the reason why the whole poem has a rhyming scheme, and it's supposed to have like an upbeat tone. It's supposed to show that they had no qualms about what they were doing. They thought they were in the right. That the white man or the Euro Americans were in complete agreement about what they did. It was culturally accepted, and that's the reason the poem is supposed to feel like they're doing the Native Americans a favor. So that's it, and thank you so much.